Okay, let's get started. The best kept secret in medicine is that the body can heal itself if it's given the right environment. Every living thing is equipped with a mechanism that allows itself to reestablish inner harmony. It's called homeostasis. We as humans are biologically equipped to make this happen. I'm Tina Ciesla. I was raised right here in Birmingham.
Woo!
By 4 incredible parents. And I will get leaky eye syndrome because that's how I roll. I'll also kind of get splotchy. If you see me breaking down in hives, it's okay. I do this every time. It's just a matter of my excitement coming out through my skin. But so I have a mom and a stepdad and a dad and a stepmom. And for the first time ever, they're here together to watch me on stage. So it's also my sweet mother's birthday. Does anybody else have a birthday here today? Raise your hand high. We have something for you. Alden Baudouin, Dee's husband, is also having a birthday. And our Ninja Red Bar out front is going to be offering you a birthday shot. Don't worry, there's no alcohol in it. And that's on the house. So let's make sure that if anybody's having a birthday here, that you get that shot, okay? Happy birthday, Mom. Okay. I'm the middle child. Middle children, we rock. I have an older sister and a younger brother. Both of them have struggled. They had medical needs that they had to have a prescription for. One prescription led to another. Prescriptions became addictive. Who in here has had somebody close to you become addicted to medication you had to have? Then you add on alcohol. It's the world we live in. We live in a world of a pill for every ill. So when I was faced with my own health crisis back in 2012, I had a choice to make. I could take the dozen prescriptions that the doctors were offering me, most of which would lead to addiction, or I could choose to change the environment so my body could heal itself. I just knew that a diagnosis of fibromyalgia was not for me. I had too much life to live, too many places to go. I love to travel like my dad. Too many things to do. Fibro was not going to be my story, and neither was addiction. The inflammation that was in my body was like a raging storm. I wanted to know why. I didn't want to just take a pill and numb the pain. So I started to pray, ask for specific direction. I went to Dr. Google. Anybody else? Dr. Google's a great place to go. I also began to watch a lot of documentaries, health documentaries, where I learned about what a GMO is, genetic modified organism. I learned why you would want to eat organic food. I love documentaries. Who in here knows what documentary I'm watching right now? Let me fund somebody. Let's see, over here. The Broken Brain. You guys, if you're not watching The Broken Brain, write that down. Go to brokenbrain.com and register to watch it. It's free. Today is day 3. Tonight is day 4. There will be, the last one was about a year and a half ago. It was an 8 series in this documentary series. You learn so much about broken brains and how just about everything in our environment and head injuries and things like that and how it can affect the body. So go there and watch it. I have a prize for you. Miss Loper. I'm gonna lay it right here, baby. You can get it. For guessing that right. Okay, so the more documentaries I watched, the more I talked to Dr. Google, the more I learned I had changes to make. I took little baby steps over time. The more I changed my environment, the better I felt. A few months into walking into this new environment, I was invited to go to an essential oil class. And for the first time ever, I felt like I had found a tribe, a community of people. These people were talking about testimonials, how they had changed their environment and they were feeling better. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have this community now. I feel like I belong to people because I was kind of like you guys, or, at some point you probably can understand where, we all started somewhere on this healthy journey, right? Some of you may have just started a couple weeks ago. We're all at different parts in this journey. But as I walked into that room and heard all these testimonials and listened to what was available to me through Young Living, I was like, okay, we belong. This is a company that can partner with me and my family and help us to continue learning this environment. So I'm so thankful for my family at Young Living. I don't know where we would be without them. One of the things I changed early in my journey was I started to remove the foods that were causing inflammation. I had unknowingly been contributing to the storm going on in the inflammation in my body by eating wheat, sugar, processed foods, food additives like preservatives and artificial flavorings and colors and dyes. I know when I eat real food, I feel better. Now, when we think of getting healthy, one of the first things that comes to our mind is losing weight. And while healthy weight management is a really good idea, and by the way, grapefruit oil is out front at the store. This is Grapefruit Vitality. The 15 mLs are at the store, so different labels say inside. Grapefruit is great at supporting healthy weight management. It's really the nutrition that we're missing. The American diet, it's sad. Standard American diet. It's high in fats, highly refined carbohydrates, sugars. These can all cause the good and the bad bacteria in the gut to become unbalanced. In fact, people who eat a high standard American diet can develop what's called leaky gut syndrome. Now, this is where the tight junctions in the intestines start opening up and allow bacteria and toxins to come through the intestines. And that actually causes an inflammatory response. The gut microbiome, let's talk about that for a little bit, because this is a huge thing. It's this big ecosystem of microbes that help us to maintain balance. It helps us to control weight, fight infections. It regulates our sleep even. There's so much we're going to talk about that this has to do with our health. When the gut is not in balance, then the rest of the body can't be either. In addition to the highly processed diet, medications like antibiotics, drinking your chlorinated water out of a tap, and undergoing stress. Anybody have a little stress in their life? Those can all have negative impacts on the microbiome in the gut. Now we're going to take a look at 4 ways that the gut microbiome impacts our body and our mind. Nutrition. Let's talk about Candida. It's a fungus. It grows in our mouth, it grows in our intestine, and it grows on our skin. It's pretty much present everywhere. Typically, a healthy body has that Candida in check. But when that healthy bacteria gets out of control, sometimes with medications like antibiotics, or a disrupted immune system, the Candida can overgrow. It's actually one of the most common fungal infections in humans. This overgrowth of Candida is further compromised and complicated through all these diets and high sugars, refined carbs, a lot of alcohol, a weakened immune system, even oral contraceptives, diabetes, and high stress levels, they just keep factoring into the candida overgrowth. Now, that's a lot of things, so I think a lot of us don't realize how important our gut is to our overall health. Symptoms of candida could include thrush. As a mom, a lot of us have seen that in our children. Fatigue, reoccurring UTIs, digestive issues, sinus infections, skin and nail infections, brain fog, and joint pain. Did you know that most autoimmune diseases actually have a root cause with candida in the gut? It's true. It's actually what happened to me. So how do we keep the gut in health? How do we keep this from happening? For the bowels to work properly and for every intestinal function and to prevent the overgrowth of bad bacteria, we have to have good probiotics. Life9 is a great probiotic. It's high potency. It builds and restores the intestinal health. There are 9 beneficial bacteria strains that promote the natural digestive system. Life9 should be taken at night. Anybody here taking Life9? Fantastic. Take it at night because that gives your body time to absorb the Life9 and for it to colonate in the intestines and in the gut and do its job. Now, sometimes, depending on your needs, you may actually need a Life9 in the morning and one at night. And Life9 is actually part of my family's immune boosting protocol, and so we take it even more as needed as our body is stressed. Oops, I think I just hit a power button. Where do I go from here? Look at you. I have a magic person. Thank you so much. You saved my life. Okay, speaking of stress and mood, you know what? All this stress, all of these emotions, did you know that sometimes it's just not in your head? Research shows that stress and worry may actually begin in the gut. The gut has been dubbed the second brain. The enteric nervous system of the human body in the gut has over 30 different types of neurotransmitters in your stomach, 100 million nerves, and 90% of your serotonin, which is your happy hormone, which also creates your melatonin, which is your sleepy hormone, actually stays in the gut. Did you know that there's over 400 times more melatonin in your belly than there is in your brain? In recent years, scientists have looked at the gut-brain axis and how gut health can affect things like pain, sleep, depression, and anxiety. In fact, in a recent study, it's a preclinical study, suggested that eating a probiotic-rich yogurt can actually reverse depression. It's kind of crazy to think about all of that being disrupted with our gut. Current thinking in the field of neuropsychology and the study of health problems includes strong speculation that bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and other psychological and neurological disorders actually may start with alterations in the microbiome. Researchers speculate that any disruption in the normal healthy balance of bacteria in the microbiome can cause the immune system to overreact and contribute to this inflammation. It starts in the GI tract. It starts spreading out to the rest of the body. In turn, it can lead to lots of symptoms of disease, not just in the body, but also in the brain. Inflammation and immunity. So, inflammation. Remember the inflammation storm I had raging in my body? That's why my gut was disrupted. The gut microbiome also works to keep our bodies healthy by crowding out the harmful bacteria. But when that candida comes in and the gut's out of balance, then you've got these problems. There's bacteria in our gut that actually releases the inflammation. And the bad bacteria can keep infections going. So that's why it's part of your immune system. Our gut is more than 70% of our immune system. Now more than ever, we're faced with a lot of products on the market, like yogurts that contain probiotics, but they're so sweet to make you want to eat them, and kids eat them, that you're actually treading water because you're putting all these sugars into your diet at the same time you're putting the probiotics in, and so you're not making any headway. In addition to Life 9, we want to make sure that we're feeding our body good food. So you see the multigreens up there. Is anybody in here taking multigreens? Fantastic. Multigreens is a supplement that packs a powerful punch. It is a daily source of bioactive greens to support energy. It's a huge source for your vitality. It combines bee pollen and essential oils to increase the assimilation of the nutrients that you do get in. This helps with energy production. It's a powerful supplement that supports the nervous system, the cardiovascular system, and even the hormonal glands of the endocrine system. It's got 5 great super green foods in it, including alfalfa, Siberian ginseng, barley, kelp, and spirulina. Multigreens and all of those greens can also help bring balance to your pH, and we know that pH balanced in the body means that we are very healthy. Now with multigreens, you're going to take two to four of these. I typically take 3 twice a day. 3 to 4 twice a day, depending on your needs. Okay, now we're going to look at the skin. You guys, a lot of times people are like, what oil do I need for my skin? Not only is your mind and your body affected by the gut microbiome, but the research has shown that the gut also works to keep our skin healthy. Inflammation in the gut can lead to a host of skin problems. If you're working to have better skin, you want to look at the gut health first. Of course, you want to use our art collection or our orange blossom collection and our Saudi minerals to help support your skin as well, ladies and gentlemen. But it starts there in the gut. Now, when your digestive system is struggling, you're not going to clear the toxins through your normal elimination processes. So you may see those toxins come out like acne, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, rosacea. People ask me all the time, what oil can I use? And I'm like, let's support the environment. Let's get the gut going in a great direction. Digestive enzymes will break down the food we eat, those complex sugars and the fats in the body. Okay? We have a lot of digestive enzymes here at Young Living, and so sometimes it gets a little confusing on what do we take, where do we start? So I'm going to help you with that. Enzymes are beneficial for the absorption of nutrients necessary for every bodily function. Who is not currently taking a digestive enzyme? Go ahead, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. See, okay, you're like I was. I didn't understand the importance of them, okay? By helping to promote efficient digestion, digestive enzymes can help the body renew the damaged cells and decrease constipation. Young Living has a great selection. We're going to look at some of those here. Essential Zyme 4 here on the left. This one is a digestive enzyme that's formulated to support healthy digestion and overall enzyme activity that helps to digest fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. And therefore, you can absorb the nutrients in your food more readily. Essential Zyme 4 is time-released, so it gets all through the gut. It's designed to just keep going all through the gut and not be absorbed in the first stage of digestion. You will take 2 capsules 2 times a day with your meals. Now, Essential Zymes, right next to Essential Zyme 4, it's similar to Essential Zyme 4, but this one has a pancreatin enzyme in it. So not only is it going to do the things to help support digestion like Essential Zyme 4 is, but it's going to also help to support the pancreas. Now, for best results, you're going to take 1 of these, and it's a big caplet. You're going to take 1 hour before your largest meal of the day. Detox Zyme, that's the next one. This one has rocked my world. I just added this in about a month ago. This combines enzymes that aid in healthy digestion, cleansing, and detoxification of the body. Watching the broken brain and learning about all the toxins that are in our foods and in our water system and what we breathe and what we're absorbing, I mean, we just can't get away from them. Roundup alone glyphosate is in almost everything we eat. It's even in the clothes you're wearing anything made with cotton. So the toxins are real. Adding detoxzyme to your regimen can really help support the body and the digestion and getting those things out of the body. Detoxzyme also incorporates the benefits of bromelain. Do I have any nerds in here that can tell me where we get our resource of bromelain from? Right here?
Pineapple.
Pineapple, yes, that's right. You guys should eat more pineapple. Got a little prize for you too. You can toss it.
Catch.
Okay. All right, good catch. Bromelain, amylase, and lipase comes in the detoxzyme. It's tiny little capsules too, so they're easy to swallow. This one you're going to take 2 capsules 3 times a day between your meals. And then the last one I'm going to talk about here is the Allerzyme. Now we don't have Allerzyme here out front, but we do have it online. Allerzyme is a vegetarian enzyme. Anybody in here that's a vegetarian, it's important to you what's in your enzymes, this is the one for you. Okay, this one contains mostly sugar and starch splitting enzymes, but it does have some added enzymes that help with fat and protein. This one is also excellent at breaking down mucus in the gut, and for those foods that are harder to digest, like dairy and gluten. So Allerzyme, that root word there, kind of helps you know that this is something that you would grab if you have some foods that tend to not sit well with you. Okay? This one you take 1 capsule 3 times a day just before all meals or as needed. As needed, basically, you get some food, you're not feeling right, you think you need to go ahead and help the body help break that down, then go ahead and take one. All of these digestive enzymes are infused with Young Living's essential oils. Now, what we have found that is essential oils maintain their own enzymatic properties when they're distilled properly without the use of solvents, which is what we know at Seed to Seal with Young Living. And so we know that adding essential oils into our digestive enzymes helps the body to break them down even more and have even better enzymatic reaction, which is another reason why grapefruit is such a great thing to add. I love it in my water. I love to take a capsule of it. I pretty much ate my way through New York City last week for spring break. So I have stepped up my capsule intake of grapefruit. All right. We definitely want to support a healthy gut. Getting my gut in balance has changed my life. Many times, like I said, I get people asking me what oil to use for this and what oil to use for that, and I just want to tell everybody, you guys, you have got to get your game stepped up on Life9 and on these digestive enzymes, because that's what's going to create the right environment for your body to heal itself. It's just so hard to say, hey, just use this oil. It's kind of like a Band-Aid in some situations. We want to get to the root cause. Remember, when you change the environment, you can change the body. Now, I can tell you that I willy-nilly took a Life9 and a digestive enzyme here and there for almost 5 years. I just didn't know what to take, and I think a lot of us at Young Living, we just don't know which supplements to incorporate into our diet. So you know what, last year I began seeing a natural health practitioner because I needed somebody to just give me a plan, just lay it out there for me. So I started seeing a lady, you might have met her today. Her name is Dee Beaudoin. She has a booth out front. She is the founder of the Health Matters. She's got an office right here in Birmingham. She has one in Lafayette, Louisiana, 2 in Georgia, 1 in Mississippi. Dee uses a Class 2 medical device called Zyto, and she uses the Elite 5.0 software to help your body know what you need in the way of supplements. Dee not only helped me realize that I had been totally misdiagnosed. Remember, I said fibromyalgia is not going to be my story, and it wasn't. Candida was my story. And so she has helped me catapult what the mission I had gone on, getting my environment cleaned up. I now have a plan. Goodness, she's got me taking more capsules in a day than anybody should swallow, but I can tell you I feel so much better. Her Zyto scans for about 40,000 different viruses, bacteria, funguses, heavy metals, chemicals, and she can really pinpoint exactly what may be the root cause and what's going on in your environment and partner with you to help you get that cleaned up. Now, Dee also just recently ranked to gold as a Young Living leader. I'm super proud of her and her team. And so she's very knowledgeable of Young Living. She will partner with Young Living products with your account. She also has some homeopathics, and she's a master herbalist, so she can pull in all these things that I didn't even know existed and really hone in on what you need. It doesn't matter if you're not here in Birmingham or in one of those satellite offices. Does anybody in here have a Zyto cradle? Or your team leader has a Zyto cradle? Awesome. When you have a Zyto cradle, a PC, a Wi-Fi connection, you can scan from anywhere in the world. You just set up a remote appointment with Madeline at the office, and they just scan you, and then Dee calls you on the phone and gives you a report. I actually saw her for 5 months before I ever laid eyes on her because I didn't have to leave my office in Alabaster, which just happens to be in my home. Okay, so changing your environment doesn't have to be a daunting thing. It's not about the latest diet trend. Everybody can change their environment with one small baby step. I've intentionally stepped up Life 9, multi-greens, my digestive enzymes, and the other supplements, and because I've changed my environment in my gut, the microbiome is healthier than it's ever been before. My skin is healthier, my immune system is healthier. Went all through flu season without any problems because I've supported my gut and my immune system. Despite the fact that I don't always eat right, then I still know that I'm getting the proper nutrition through what I take with my supplements. Good news, Young Living has brought all of these things for you. They're outside, so I encourage you to get them before you leave because you can save on the shipping and all of that. But make sure that these things end up on your ER order every single month because you get your points back, you end up getting a lot of points, and then you turn around and use those points to purchase more of your digestive enzymes and more things to support your gut. I can tell you that most of what we spend every month at Young Living is located right there at that table. Ninja Red and all those digestive enzymes and Life 9. I occasionally get oils in there, but most of what we're doing right now is supplements, and we are all so much healthier. Okay, I want to leave you with this quote. The sin of the desert is knowing where the water is and not sharing it. It's pretty deep. The sin of the desert is knowing where the water is and not sharing it. Young Living products work. You're going to use them and you're going to have good results. Are you going to share about that? Why are you keeping it to yourself? It's a sin. We know where the water is. We have the water. We need to tell people where the water's located. Don't worry about sounding weird. Tell your story. I'm telling you mine. My body has healed itself because I changed my environment, and I can't wait to tell people about it. I didn't end up addicted to medication. I didn't have to worry about those things. How many people do you know that are dealing with things that they are having to rely on a pill for every ill? We have the water, you guys. Let's go share it. You know, a lot of you in here are business builders. Let me see another raise of hands. Who in here is actively building a business? Most of you. You start with yourself first. It's kind of like that airplane thing where, the mask drop in case of no pressure. You have to put the mask on yourself before you can help the person next to you. You have to work on you. Then you can help others, okay? But you don't have to wait till you're healed or 100% or even better than you were yesterday. Go ahead and tell people, hey, I'm on this new thing and I'm trying this stuff out and I'm getting better and I want you to come along with me because we can do this together and it's going to be so much more fun. Okay. I want you to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm on YouTube, and there's my email. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your struggles are. I want to hear what your triumphs are. I want to hear, as you change your environment, I want you to tell me those praise reports because they are awesome stories to hear. Okay, so